independent hoteliers, that's our audience here, they normally have a tight budget and it's hard to play around.
Yes.
So are there any financial options available to technology purchase in Europe that can decrease that fear level?
I think not just Europe. I think we should be looking at the industry overall. First of all, budgets, suppliers also need to be more creative. Let's address that point first. Many suppliers, many partners in the industry, whatever, offering the whatever rates they offer, they tend to offer it. What you pay in the US, you pay in the Czech, you pay in Austria, you pay in Vienna. Hold on a minute. Has anyone heard of the famous Big Mac index, where a Big Mac is priced differently across the world, and that's why it's such a successful food? And I'm plant-based and I don't eat them, but I know that's one of the things it does. So how can we address that in our industry? We appreciate independents are not like a Hilton's and Marriott's and bigger groups who can say, okay, I've got 3,000 plus properties, we'll take that software. What do you give me? It's a bit like room nights. I give you 10,000, you give me a better rate, give you one. Yeah, let's check availability. However, without the independent, you lose a big group as a supplier. You need to work with independents. You learn so much from the industry, the uniqueness, the quirkiness. So let's address those pricing specifics for the independent market that we should be doing. And the local association should be working harder, group independents together, because I'll drive pricing as well. Because if an independent hotel works with a local association, a local tourist board, why can't software be done that way? Why can't a box of light bulbs be bought via a consortium, help the market, help tourism? Now the funding. I know in Europe you've got European Union funding. You can obviously look in the EU funding pages and different elements and look at with the local governments. Because for every local government there is different specifics. I think at the moment, EU is talking a bit about sustainability and how the impact of tourism, ESG, the environmental, social governance impacts as well. Digitalization of tourism is taking a big place. I think there is a grant that's going to be open very soon in August, 21st, 22nd, within this week. But there are pages. I was actually part of a research I did recently for someone who's looking at a new project in Portugal. We looked at the European Union funding page. In there, you can get regular updates. You don't just get what the funds are, but how they are audited, how they are presented, the local government bodies in charge of those funds for your country. Because the fund tends to be 3, 4, 5 million euros. But then when we divide it by 30 plus countries nowadays in the European Union, peanuts is what streams down to a lot of places. However, look at it on how it can be done. The other thing is not just fundings within European unions and your local government, but associations. The same way via a competition, any sort, even within the suppliers. And I know when you mentioned Amadeus as my previous employer, they were very, very due diligent on also understanding any funding that used to take place globally so they could advise local hotels, local partners and say, you are aware this funding is available in your country. It's then down to you to obviously go in and do all the boring stuff of completing 1,000 forms and being assessed. But it gives you that. I think it's your responsibility as a hotelier, as a manager, as an owner to know of all of these. Because some of them are loans, some are funds, some are assistances, and some got some repercussions. So I think it's always good to be due diligent on those.